Hello Graphic 45 and welcome to my creative studio. This is Sharina Adams with SharinaShack Scraps, and I am so honored to have been chosen as one of the top 25 finalists for this year. I have several tutorials as well as project share videos already on YouTube for most, if not all, of my projects to date, so I really struggle to know what to share with you guys today. I really love to teach, but I finally decided to share 3 projects with you. And these projects represent me as a designer and my love for crafting and paper crafts. However, I did do a second tutorial or a second video with a tutorial on how to create that album there in the back, the Come Away With Me album. So if you want to check that out, the description will be in the link below. The paper I use for these projects is the Come Away With Me collection from Graphic 45. And the first image that stood out to me in this collection was the hot air balloon. So, because the hot air balloon reminds me of a calm and fun, enjoyable ride through life. A way to look behind and see how far you've come and what the vast expanse has to show, as well as an exciting view for a fantastic future and a beautiful view of what is to come. So let's start off with my hot air balloon. This is the hot air balloon, and this balloon was actually designed by my brother, who is a drafter, and then I just took his original measurements and tweaked them to fit my paper and what I wanted to do. And let me kind of take you on a tour here of this. Here I have a paper clip so it can be hung from the ceiling, and that big white flower, I made that with some fabric. And these pink flowers I painted because they weren't quite the right color and distressed them. And then I've got some lace and some flat back pearls and some burlap and other fun trims going on here. This butterfly actually is from the topography collection, but it just went so well with the rest of this I had to use it. And here we've got some twill going around the balloon all the way down here. Let's see if I can get a good view of this. I love this saying. It says, "Possibility begins with imagination," and I love that saying. These sticks are actually skewer sticks from the barbecue grill that I've cut and wrapped some fun beads around. And then down here is the basket. And in the basket are these tags, and I made these tags on the inside cover of the Come Away With Me paper pack. They had these templates like this, and I just cut those out, and then I varied the different lengths of these tags to show the different sizes here. As with several of my projects, I like them to be part of my home decor as well as an album that shows, oh my goodness, my balloon might tip over, guys. I like them to be home decor items as well in my home, as well as a place to hold my memories for my kids. And one of my favorite things to see is that my children have taken down the projects and are looking at the memories inside the projects. Another thing that I like to do is I like to store my projects with the right season, so the Christmas stuff goes in the Christmas box. This is the hardest one to get out. And the Halloween is in the Halloween box. So every year these projects come out and they get looked at and they get enjoyed every single year. And that's one of the why I love to do home decor and mini albums at the same time. My second project is the vintage suitcase, and this project has been one of the most popular projects I have created. I actually created this suitcase as a challenge for one of my Facebook pages, and the response I got was so absolutely amazing, and I had people asking if there was a tutorial for it right off the bat. I didn't. So within a couple of days I wrote the tutorial, and then about a month later I recorded a video tutorial to accompany that pattern. So, and I will add the links to both of those to the bottom in the description box as well. I had no idea that this would be something that people loved. But of course, the Come Away With Me paper was perfect for this project. So this is yet another variation of my vintage suitcase. And let me just take you on a tour of that. Here I have used some flowers from, I bought at the store. This one I used alcohol inks to distress and ink up. This one I cut out with one of my punches, not a punch, sorry, a die cut, and then sewed it together. This is a just gorgeous rose that my friend Tammy Merrill taught me how to make, and I love making theirs. They're so fun. And then a fun little daisy, and here we have some Tim Holtz film strip. And then I just have cut aparts, and I've used some glossy accents, and I think this is 7 Gypsies, but I can't remember. Here I have embossed this piece and then inked it to give it a fun leather look. And then I just love this double strap. Let me back up a little bit here. It just gives this suitcase just a really fun look. Also on the sides here I have a strap holder that you can swivel and get out of the way, and I also embossed it and did the same type of thing with that. And in the front I have these buckles and a drawer pull. And these buckles are just velcroed down, as you can see here. And then this is some really gorgeous hinges. But these hinges are not necessary to hold this suitcase together. They're just a decorative feature because there's a hinge system inside that holds it together. So let me show you the inside real quick as well. So in here, just like an old vintage suitcase, there is the top portion, which is where you put your lingerie and your socks. And I remember my parents having one of these, so it was just fun to create a small version of it. I mean, to zoom out just a little bit here. Okay. And I've just covered the inside, and then here is that flap, which I've made into a pocket, so you can hold all sorts of stuff from your vacation in there. And that usually would fold up and strap up to hold all the lingerie in, right? And then down here is a very deep space to hold the album, which I will be showing you next. But see, here is, it fits this album, which is a 5.5 by 7.5 album. Alright, so that is my second project share, and it's a vintage suitcase. My last project is a vacation smashbook, and I created this using different size envelopes and cards. I used the 5x7 envelopes and cards so that they will fit 5x7 and 4x6 photos in them easily, which are the ones we tend to take when we're on vacation. So let's take a look at this here. Alright, here I have made some more of these flowers using, this one is actually from the topography line, but the rest of these were made using the Come Away With Me. I like simple charms. Oh, let me see if I can get it. It's stuck. Very simple charms that just add a little bit of interest to the album. And then, of course, I've used some pop dots and some burlap to just set it off, and some lace. And let me take you on a tour on the inside of this cool smashbook. Okay, so this first image is my favorite image because it's the hot air balloon, and I made a flip out here for that. I could add an agenda or photos or something to that. And then here is the first, this is a 5x7 card. And I have made a pocket with the 4x6 cut aparts. And then I use my tags really simple because I know I'm just going to cover it with photos and you won't even see the paper very much. Okay, and here is, each one of these has a big 5x7 photo mat in it. And then the second page, here I've made another flip open and a place for journaling, and that's just a great way to add places for more pictures. This is a coin envelope. And this is what I think makes this album really fun, is that there's all these different variations and it's just all smashed into a book. Coin envelope, and I can add photos there. This is a letter, a small letter envelope. However, I created it with my envelope punch board, and I put a slit in it right there so you can open it up, and I can add all sorts of 4x6 photos in here. And then of course it just tucks in there like that. And here's the back. And I made a little pocket using one of the 3x4 cards. And some of the tags. This piece here is actually the card that goes inside the 5x7 envelope. Okay. And I have made it look like a file folder. So on the inside I've done kind of more of a layout design with not a lot of embellishings because it won't fold flat if I don't. And then the back, and I have made a belly band here on the back for that. And then here I have another pocket, adding some more of the flowers. And there is a lot of fun dimension to this album. I don't know if you can see. Those are put up on pop dots. These flowers have a lot of really fun dimension to them. Every page is just full of yummy goodness. And then here I did a waterfall stack to this page because I love to take landscapes when I'm out on vacation. And then here are 2 more coin envelopes that I have cut down. And of course I painted all these coin envelopes because they weren't this color. And then added some tags to those. And they flip open in 2 separate ways. Here is another one of the cards. And I also made an file folder look out of this. But I folded this one piece back. And I show you how to do that in my tutorial. Just for another fun added element. And then here inside is the layout portion. I had a lot of glossy accents and a lot of stickles to these pages as well. Here's another belly band and using these 4x6 cut apart pieces. And then a fun place for a large family photo. And then one more pocket here. This is my corner pocket. I used my Bind It All to bind this album. So I actually created all the pages, and the last thing I did was bind it because I knew it would have to bind through all the papers.
Thank you for this amazing opportunity to audition for the Graphic 45 team. From my family to yours, have a fabulous day.